my name is Maddie Buxton, and I'm YouTube's Culture and Trends Manager for the US and Canada. In my job, I track popular videos and study what makes them stand out. What this means is that I watch a lot of content. One of my favorite trends over the past couple of months has been the rise in viewership of videos showing how to give yourself or your significant other a haircut. We've seen average daily views of videos with haircut and home or how-to in the title increase by over 220% since March 15th compared to their prior daily average for the year. As more people have looked to connect with others online, we've also seen a huge spike in with me videos. These are where YouTube creators invite others to do things with them at home, from cooking to cleaning. In just the past month and a half, daily views of videos with me in the title rose by 600%. During this time, creators have adapted to meet the changing needs and interests of their viewers. At YouTube, we're always in awe of how much we can learn from them as marketers. So with that, I'm so excited to bring together YouTube creator, The Fitness Marshal, and Carat CEO, Angela Steele, to dive into things more.
Hello.
Angela, can you share a little bit about yourself and your background?
Yes, of course. I am Angela Steele. I am the CEO of Carat here in the US, and we are an advertising media agency with some of the world's largest brands. We work with Procter & Gamble, General Motors, Subway, to name just a few of our many clients. And I think that I have one of the most fun jobs in the world because I get to do things like this. And my young children think I'm the coolest mom in the world because I get to spend time with people like Caleb.
And with that, Caleb, what about you? How would you describe your channel and how did you first get started on YouTube?
I would describe it as like a Richard Simmons VHS tape mixed with like a Britney Spears music video. So I just want to give people, a space to feel confident and sexy and powerful in their own bodies. And I think we've really kind of reshaped what fitness means. And I've attracted a lot of people who didn't see themselves on screen before. And that's kind of why I got into YouTube 6 years ago, is I didn't have that space. And once I found that dance made me feel confident and made me feel comfortable with who I was able to take that and put it on YouTube and reach millions of people instantly, which it's fun to talk about, but I feel like if I show you, you'll just get it more. All right, here we go. Just a minute and a half of your time. We have a party to plan, so we're gonna send out some invitations. So we're gonna step to the side.
Okay, we've got company.
Blow out all your candles, Angela. Woo! Yes.
Great. That I can't do.
That was wonderful.
Can you tell us a little bit about who your audience is and how you engage with them? Are there any fan moments that stand out?
I feel like our audience is really a widespread of range. We have all ages, all sizes, skin colors, sexual orientations. I feel like it's something that has really brought people together. And we do live events too, so I can see literally in a room all of these different people who are loving the channel. And I think it's because everyone, no matter who you are, feels like you have to fit in or meet a certain standard to make it in this world. And I think giving people that space where they can just be silly and feel free is really powerful. I think one of my favorite fan stories, I'm like literally trying to catch my breath. There was a moment where we were on tour and this little girl came to one of our shows. And I love that people use the channel for way more than just physical fitness. And she gave me this booklet, and I guess her mom said she really struggles with anxiety. And so she does the Fitness Marshal to help her calm down. And I'm open about my anxiety and things that I go through. And so this little girl made me a whole booklet on every little thing she does to like find the joy in every day and to feel a little less anxious. And so I would take that booklet with me when I would have to do things that would make me scared, and I would read that. So it's just so cool to see how YouTube has been able to connect me to my fans, not only on the internet, but really in real life.
Yeah, that's incredible. When did you become a full-time creator, and what was the process like in terms of figuring out really what your specific voice and niche were?
There was a moment where we had a video go viral. It was a Meghan Trainor video, and it was really the perfect storm, I would say, because everyone in the video looked different. I was being really silly, and I don't think people had seen a fitness video that truly included everyone and spoke to a large group of people who weren't just the elite fit people. And that really took off and gave us the opportunity to start touring, because we before had never made money from YouTube because we used popular music. So this allowed us to use our platform and what YouTube has allowed us to build to make it into a business and actually translate it to touring and making money for the first time.
So you've really gone through the whole journey of building an entire brand for yourself. Angela, based on your experience working with brands, what strikes you the most in Caleb's story?
I mean, the thing that strikes me the most about Caleb's story, it's so core to what we tell brands to do when they're trying to connect with audiences, and that is to be authentic. And when I hear Caleb talking about why he does what he does, he says things like it's to connect to people of all backgrounds, of all ethnicities, of all body shapes, and to break down barriers that would allow them to do something like this otherwise. And Caleb has purpose, and he knows his purpose, and he knows what he stands for. And having that core purpose well defined then allows him to do what he does. And that's why he has the following that he does. And that's the same essence of what we work with our clients to achieve, is really understanding their purpose and the value that they can bring to others and the world, and using that as the basis for how they behave in the marketplace and in advertising and the messages that they put forth. So I think there are direct parallels to Caleb and what he does and how a brand should behave in general, but also in social media.
And for both of you, how do viewer interests impact what you're creating and how you're working with others?
I would imagine that Caleb's interests are far more fascinating than mine. But I have 3 small children. Many of my interests and my viewing habits on YouTube are closely related to what sparks to them and things that I can do with them. So there are YouTube channels like Crafty Girls that I'm pretty sure we drive most of the viewership from my single household. So there are things that they can learn, that they can do together, that keep them active. And really just things that we can do as a household, especially in this time, are really important. And that's how our interests drive our engagement with YouTube.
YouTube allows us to have users comment, right, on all our videos. So I'm able to get immediate feedback. And I noticed from the beginning when I started listening to those people and those comments, and I started taking their suggestions, people would notice, and then they would comment on the next video and be like, oh my gosh, Caleb listens, he cares about what we think. And they really felt more invested and involved in the channel. And it wasn't just me giving them content, it was them helping me create content. And recently I've gone so far as to post multiple versions of choreography and have fans vote on which one they want. And then I choose the one that gets the most votes. And it's really allowed them to be a part of this and feel like we're partners and friends. And it's so much more than just me giving them content.
Yeah, I love that kind of interaction. So now I want to talk a little bit about shifting consumer behavior right now. How has the current climate changed the way that your teams are doing marketing for clients, Angela?
The mantra for marketing has been the same for as long as marketing and advertising has existed, and that is follow the consumer and know what the customer wants. And this is a time where we have seen previous trends that were already there accelerated. And the thing that our clients need the most right now is flexibility and agility and the right tone and the right way to connect with their customers. So we are seeing an increased purpose and an increased role for channels like YouTube, because it offers the agility, it offers the flexibility, but it also offers that connection with customers and that relationship building in a way that might be hard for brands to figure out what it is that they should be saying right now or how they should be connecting with culture. So there are some interesting shifts taking place that I don't think are going to go away. I think it's things that have existed, that have been accelerated, that will persist beyond this time.
Yeah, this is definitely something that we've seen in terms of trends on YouTube over the past couple of months. An easy example that comes to mind is home workout videos, which, this is something that they've existed on YouTube forever, but we've seen this huge increase. There have been over 340% increase in viewership globally of home workout videos in March compared to the year so far. So how about you, Caleb? Has this new reality changed how you're adapting the kind of content you're creating and how you're engaging with your viewers?
When this all started, we kind of shot some videos in bulk because we knew this might, happen. And we released a few of those videos. But then we realized that what people really wanted to see was real life right now, because everyone's feeling alone. Everyone's feeling like they are separated from others and that they may be having this experience that other people aren't having. And so we made the decision to offer our weekly hour-long workouts that we give our YouTube members. We took that from a dance studio to doing it in my living room. I mean, literally, the background that you see, this is our weekly dance studio. And I was really nervous at first to do that because, production value is important and we've built a brand, and I don't want to let them see behind the magic curtain and let them see just my real house. But when I did that, it made people latch onto it so much more because they saw that even their favorite YouTuber was also stuck at home doing the same thing, working out in the same place that they were working out. So I think that it brought us even closer together, and it's made the content that we create even more powerful because it's real. And that's what people desperately want right now, is just for people to be themselves and be authentic and make them feel less alone.
Caleb, some of the things that you're saying, there are direct parallels to what we've been doing with our clients and our brands. And that before all of this started, over a year ago, we had started Project Green Screen, which was an initiative that we have with YouTube across Dentsu and Carat. And the whole purpose of that is to learn from creators like Caleb on what the best practices are around creating content that builds that relationship with customers and how to reveal more of their own authenticity as you're doing in your apartment. Brands have to be a little bit vulnerable in terms of what they're willing to share and who they're willing to be in that social space. So that they can create that connection. So I think there are so many parallels between what Caleb is saying that he does as a creator, and also what brands need to do to be relevant in this space.
Yeah, and I think, Caleb, also what you're doing that we've seen play out in trends time and time again is creating this shared experience with viewers. That's what underlies the whole With Me trend and really creates that kind of relatable content. So now, just from a personal standpoint, do both of you have any recommendations for activities to try on YouTube right now?
Ooh, you mentioned the haircuts, and I think that is, I tried it, and it didn't work out so well, but I have more to learn, and that's what I want to keep doing.
It looks good. You look good.
Thank you. And also, I feel like the home workout thing, I'm really enjoying trying new home workouts because this is a time where I can't go to the gym. And so I'm experiencing other people's stuff for the first time, which is really fun. And it's a way to switch things up.
Yeah. And to echo that, home workouts is a big thing. And since we've been planning for today, I've had many friends tune in to Caleb's channel, and I have to give a plug to anyone who's watching this. It is so much fun. I can keep doing this for a couple of more months because it's fun. It's a great workout, and it's something the whole family can do. So I don't have to go lock myself in a room. It's just a great, fun experience. So thank you, Caleb. It really is a lot of fun.
Thank you. That's so cool.
Yeah, fully agree with that 100%. Well, it's been so refreshing and insightful to hear from both of you and to get to talk with you. Thank you so much for joining us today, and stay well.
Yeah, thank you. Thank you, Caleb.
Thank you, guys.